Greetings and welcome. Just going to do a quick video today if my phone stops buzzing. In my last video, the Nigel Farage has he got Brexit regret, mainly about Brexit, but the topic of drug laws came up in that video, and it seemed quite a lot of you guys were quite interested in that topic. I had quite a lot of comments in the video wanting to discuss that, so I thought I'd just do a quick video about it. I did do a video about this subject a long time ago, but it was like my second or third video, and I revisited it yesterday and it was terrible. So maybe I might just go, feel free to check it out if you want to. But yeah, where I stand on the current drug laws, I basically think what we have in existence right now doesn't work, and I don't think is very good. We have record numbers of drug users, we have record numbers of drug dealers. All we have is a situation where drug dealers and criminals are getting very, very rich from this billion-pound industry, and we're spending billions of pounds trying to fight it with police, with the prison system, and it just seems like a whole waste of time and a whole waste of money as far as I'm concerned. What I'd be an advocate for is there's a couple of different things. You've got decriminalisation, which is what they do in Portugal, Switzerland, or you have complete legalisation. Either of these I think would be a vast improvement on what we have now. Decriminalisation, what they have in Portugal, is basically where it's still illegal to sell drugs, but anyone caught in possession, you have to be caught with a very, very large amount of drugs. And it doesn't matter what category, A, B, C, heroin, marijuana, if you're just caught in possession, it's not against the law to possess. They also have centres where you can come in, you can use your heroin safely, you can have needle exchange, it's clean, you can get tests on your heroin to make sure that it's, you know, not a load of shit and it's going to kill you, stuff like that. And in these centres as well, where they've saved so much money on not policing and not imprisoning people for possession of drugs, they've saved loads of money. So they put that money into trying to help these people get off of drugs, give these people help and support when they have managed to kick it, you know, start trying to find jobs and become a member of society, a helpful member of society. And the Portugal model, it's just, I mean, the facts speak for themselves. Just, you know, go, if you're not familiar with it, go Google it. Their record number of heroin users and overdoses have all drastically gone down since they implemented this. Well, from what I believe, I don't know Portugal's history that well, but I understand it was a bit of a dictatorship before, and they got rid of that in the early 90s, I think. And suddenly they got an influx of basically Americanisms, and along came with that was drugs, which they never had in the country before, really. And it just went out of control, and they had absolute record numbers of heroin addicts, and the government were like, look, we just need to try something. We need to try something drastic. They tried decriminalisation, and it worked. It's worked fantastically. Like I say, record numbers of overdoses have gone down, the level of heroin addicts has gone down. It's great. So that the facts just prove that works. But the only thing that decriminalisation doesn't do is it doesn't stop the drug dealers getting wealthy. And this is where I have an issue of, why is this multi-million-dollar industry just handed over to criminals to get rich over? And this is where the violence comes from. You know, London, Manchester cities in the UK, 90% of murders are over drugs, drug territory, gangs fighting over territory. So decriminalisation doesn't solve that. Legalisation solves that. And you basically just class drugs like you do with alcohol, and you tax it and you regulate it. This is what I would be in favour for, but I understand that is something completely drastic, and it's not something that you could just do overnight. I think it would be good steps to go for the decriminalisation route first, and then you can slowly go to the legalisation route. It does sound drastic, and a lot of people would hate this model, and I completely agree. But I just think it's going to solve so much crime. Like I say, the majority of crime is down to drugs. in this country, and especially in America. The first time I actually got interested in this subject, I guess, really, and interested in politics in general, was when I saw the HBO series The Wire. In my opinion, the best TV series that's ever been made, the best ever thing that's ever been put to film, in my opinion. I absolutely adore that TV series. It was the first thing that really got me into politics, and it just goes to show just how destructive the drug war is, especially in America, in this country as well, but The Wire centered around America, and just whole swathes of parts of inner cities are just completely controlled by the drug game. And these poor inner city black kids, predominantly black, that just have no other option. There's no job options for them. The only game in town is the drug game, and that's all they can do. And if they don't do that, then they starve. You know, so why are we handing this industry over to criminals? Because the way that they run it is they kill each other. If someone's in a competitive area and making more money than them, then they kill the competition. That's how criminals deal with these industries. So why are we letting this be a criminal industry? It doesn't make any sense to me. People are always going to take drugs. We're getting a bit steamy in here. My conversation is steaming up the van. But people are always gonna want to take drugs. You're never going to change that. You're never going to get rid of supply. You're always going to be able to grow marijuana. You're always going to have poppy seeds. You're always going to want Afghanistan getting rich from their poppy seeds. You're never going to get rid of supply, and you're never going to get rid of demand. People are always going to want to take drugs. It's just a fact. But what I would say is, the money that comes back in tax revenue would have to be kept for education and rehabilitation. But you would save so much money. You think of the prison system, how much money you just save from the prison system alone, let alone the money that you spend on policing this drug war. And that money needs to go straight back into education, rehabilitation, and helping these poor people, because no one decides overnight. If drugs were legal tomorrow, how many of you would go, oh, do you know what, I might go buy some heroin? You won't, okay? Because you're educated, sensible people, and that education, bloody steaming up, has to be pushed forward, and it has to have a lot of money spent on it, and that money will be there. It will be there. The only reason you start becoming a heroin addict is because you have severe mental health problems, and that's what needs to be addressed, not chucked in prison. It doesn't help. You're just put in a cycle of prison, drugs, prison, drugs. We need to help these people, get them off drugs, and become a proper member of society. That's my thoughts. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comment section. Take care. Bye bye.